Hi, this video is going to be my first video for Amor Spiritual. I'm putting this channel up and I'm putting these videos up to kind of get into uh, a few things really. A lot of people from America 2.0, a lot of people say that, oh, well, I should become a minister, I should become a priest, yada, yada, yada. I've heard all that stuff all my life. And I had an experience when I was about 8 years old where I was in the hospital getting ready to die. And I had wasn't quite an out of body experience, which is what most people experience. Which I kind of find it weird that I've never actually had one of those that I'm aware of. But I was about 8 years old. I was in the hospital at DMC Children's in Detroit. Um, I've been born with all kinds of medical problems. I've been brought in because I had a cold, transpired into the flu. My kidneys were shutting down. My liver was going. My urine was all dark and bloody. Uh, I was given about 48 hours to live with my, I mean, everything that you could imagine was wrong, was wrong. My blood work was all over the place. There was no real way of, saying that I was going to live. I mean, every one of the doctors basically said, this guy's going to die. And I'd been brought in several times. And in fact, the first 10 years of my life, I spent 2 years, 6 months in and out of the hospital, mainly DMC Children's of Detroit. Um, when I was about 18, or they said when I was about 18, I could come be a volunteer director on their hospital staff. That never happened. Um, Going back to the story, I'm sorry, I don't have anything in front of me. I'm just kind of thinking this through. Um, I was getting real close to death. Um, that night I had cold chills and it got so bad my teeth were chattering. Uh, I was literally having a seizure, like an 8-hour seizure, that whole night. Um, it got to a point where I could see the nurse's station over there across the room. There was nobody there, and my monitors were all crazy and sporadic. And another thing I should probably mention is they actually brought the crash cart in for the organ harvest that night, so that by morning when I had died, um, they would have harvested my organs and been done. So this is how close I was to that. I mean, this was imminent that I was going to die. And so I heard I don't know what time. I think like 2, 3 in the morning. I was pretty much out of it. God, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? I want the pain to stop. I want to go back home. This and that and everything else. And it took me into my 20s to realize what this was. But and this had been a series of things for about 3, 4 weeks. So I could have met that 30 to 40 day margin uh, where I was literally almost dead. Anyway, so about 2, 3 in the morning, I heard this voice. First, I looked around the room. Nobody was there. There was nobody at the nurse's station. Nobody was there. Okay? Just like I'm talking to you right now, I heard this voice. It reassured me that everything was going to be okay. It was a male voice. Uh, it said, I can help take the pain away. You know, would you like me to take the pain away? You'll be away from your family for a little while, but I can take the pain away, or I can let you live. Which would you like? And basically, they explained if I let you live, everything basically gets reset. You wake up, the monitors are fixed. You wake up, you're healthy again, like nothing ever happened. Okay. Well, I'm going a little bit more into it because over the years I've forgotten the original speech. But basically, the voice was a male voice. And I'm not kidding you. I can't kid about this. Look in the corner. Alright, my bed's like this way. Okay, this way, basically. Kitty corner from the door. The shades on the window are pulled, so there's just a little crack of light in the room. In the corner is a man probably about, I'd say probably about 5'11", maybe 6 feet tall. Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing. This is weird. Okay, that is some weird stuff. Somebody must have control of my camera. Sorry about that. That was not me though. Anyway, um, as I remember, man was about, like I said, about 5'11", spot 6. I was wearing I would say a tan robe with like a hood over it, full beard, mustache. And at that point, there was basically overwhelming peace in the room. My medical problems stopped. I wasn't shivering anymore. And I knew that this was true. I knew that I wasn't getting swindled over this. And so basically, um, wow, I'm actually getting choked up. That's messed up. I guess it means it's a little bit more real. Um, so I knew this was real, and take a minute. Anyways, so the person asked me again, would you like to live? Or do you want the pain to stop and you'll see your family again in a while? And I said it once, I remember saying it once, I want to live. And then I said it again, a little bit louder, and the only thing I remember is basically having all the pain, all the shivering, everything just reset, almost like it was a dream or something. I woke up, it was early morning, the sun was cracking through the shades of the hospital window, and my monitors were reset, and when they came in to basically harvest my organs, I was basically sitting up in one of the chairs, and everybody couldn't frickin' imagine. I mean, they were just baffled. And I seen the paperwork on this one time, and across the it was the conditions or whatever their policy was, whatever their explanation part is upon the release, or the part that the synopsis, it's basically says we have no uh, ruling for this. This was by far what we would describe as a miracle. And that's cool. I can zoom in and out. It's never done that before. Anyway, so basically, it was written down as a miracle, and I've never once had anybody refute the story. I try not to say Jesus or God or any of this other stuff. If you read your Bible, who was the healer who came to the guy in a basically a tan robe with a full beard and everything else? I wasn't religious. I went to church, this or that, when I was little, but I had to read that story for myself, basically in my 20s. And I'll let you, if you want to research that, you can research that. I don't believe it was the person. The way it was described to me is I asked if that person being said it was Jesus. They said no. So, you know, maybe they were denouncing the name. Maybe they weren't allowed to mention names. I don't know. But he basically said he was one of God's administrators. And his task was to basically help people get back to their routine life or to stop the pain and get them to a point where they can live on the other side. So I had actually encountered the angel of death, and if you look into what the angel of death is supposed to look like, it's supposed to look like you. And I don't remember the guy looking like me, but who knows? I haven't encountered the being before or after. This was a one-time thing. Uh, so I never crossed over, but I definitely had a religious experience, and I have never had one person refute it. Thank you. My name's Mark. You can leave me comments and everything else.